Hello operators, if you've been around Tarkov for even a few raids this wipe, you've probably heard the loud clap of a 7.62x39 round cutting through body armor, and odds are it came from a mutant. The MK47 Mutant has earned its reputation as one of the most dominant weapons in Escape from Tarkov over the years. But what actually makes it so powerful? Why do veteran players pick it over traditional AKs or M4s? And is it really worth the cost? In this video, we're breaking down the MK47 from top to bottom, how it works, how to build it, and whether it's still top tier in the current wiping meta. Let's start with some background. It's chambered in 7.62x39, duh. The same round which is used by the AKM and SKS, but it uses an AR style ergonomics and modding flexibility. It features a 16-inch barrel, a flat top upper for optics, and more importantly, it's fully automatic in Tarkov. The stats are impressive right out the box as well. It does boast 650 rounds per minute, has a vertical recoil of 103, and a starting ergonomics of 62.5. But those numbers don't tell the whole story. This gun has insane modding potential, which we're going to cover here in just a moment, so stay tuned. Now here's a big reason why the Mutant hits like a freight train. 7.62x39 BEP. It's a high pen, high damage round with 47 pen and 58 flesh damage. That's enough to punch through class 4 and even threaten class 5 armor reliably. Compare that to something like 5.56 M55A1. It's a good round, but it needs follow-up shots. BP on the other hand can drop someone with a 2-tap to the chest if they're unarmored or just unlucky. The downside though is BP is locked behind Intimidator if you want to craft it, or from ref level loyalty 4 if you want to buy it. So stacking up can be rough unless you plan ahead, but PP from proper loyalty level 4 is a good alternate that can still rain down hell on your enemies reliably. Now compared to other rifles in Tarkov, the Mutant fills a unique role. It's not as fast firing as the M4 or HK, but it does hit way harder. And while AKMs use the same caliber, they lack the customizability and the controllability the Mutant brings. So here's the real advantage. With the right build, you can create a full auto rifle that has the punch of an AK and the stability of a tuned M4. Now that combo is deadly, especially in mid to close range fights. So is it better than M4 or HK? For budget and mid-gear builds, absolutely. But it also scales well into late games, which is what keeps it in the meta spotlight after all these years. Now I'm not saying you have to throw away the M4 or the HK, but to have another reliable wheel in your wheelhouse, it's definitely something to keep in mind and give it a shot just to see what I'm talking about here. Here's where the Mutant gets spicy. Modding. This rifle supports almost every high-end AR part in the game. Let's break down a few meta builds and what parts stand out in each of these builds. For the balanced build or the all-rounder, I have the Sig Sauer QD suppressor, an SC5 foregrip, the Razor HD scope, the Ergo pistol grip, and a 254mm barrel. This gives you the nice combination of recoil control as well as a high ergo, which makes it really good for those clean fights up close where you don't know what to expect, but you're going to be faster than your opponent. Then we have my meta build, and this is for those chads that want to maximize every little bit of performance without losing too much ergo. And this is going to be characterized with the handguard of the R11 RSAS, the Zenit RK1 foregrip, a PRS QDC suppressor, same Razor HD scope. We have also the red AR buffer tube. And the recoil gets about as low as 60 or so vertical if done right. Now there are some room for improvement, but without killing your ergo, this gets you to about 33 ergo while still having that about low 70s, high 60s vertical depending on your other attachments. And this is where I say the real meta play is balancing between recoil and ergonomics. Too much recoil control and you lose the aim speed which you really want. Too much ergo and you're bouncing all over the place. It's a very deadly balance, almost like getting FPS and quality in this game. So when do you want to bring the Mutant into a raid? The best use cases are close to mid-range fights, like in customs or think of reserves. Would not be my first pick for woods, just fair warning. You can use it, but I wouldn't choose it. Late white PvP where armor is common, such as maybe even Labyrinth or Labs. Killing bosses like Killer, Tagilla, or the Goons. Just aim for the thorax. It does wonders on night, but it's not perfect, let's be honest. Full auto recoil is manageable, but it's not laser tight like an MP7. Don't expect to laser beam people across Lighthouse with it. And ammo availability can be a bottleneck, especially early wipe. My best advice is use semi-auto for distance, full auto for rushes or those W key players, and practice, for the love of God, practice your recoil control. It pays off very fast, I promise. So what's my final verdict? The MK47 Mutant is still one of Tarkov's most reliable killers. It's not as strong as it used to be, but it's still flexible, powerful, and damn satisfying to use. Whether you're a late white vet or you just hit level 30, it's a weapon you should absolutely consider adding to your loadout. It's such a blast to use, and you'll see why if you give it a shot. Now let me know in the comments, what is your go-to Mutant build? Did I miss anything? And do you even think it deserves the meta crown? If you found this breakdown helpful at all, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button, sub for more weapon deep dives and guides, and check the pinned comment for the M4 breakdown guide, in case your M4 game a little weak. Thanks for watching as always, operators, and I'll see you in the next raid.